because all of our thoughts go out to everyone affected. It's about celebration and celebration of our great sport in a new frontier. League Cricket Season 3, as the reigning ball fans, let alone American sports fans, expect, and we're all set. Our great friend Danny Morris, and Danny, been all around the world commentating on.
Also said too, this great Coliseum, that is the Oakland Coliseum, Rome come to town.
Particularly here in the Bay Area. Going to be Tim Cypher 2 hours ago, just as the teams arrived. Look at that career strike rate. Here we go, it's cricket at the Oakland. Squares him up immediately. Danny.
Here in the United States, as opposed to baseball.
Innovation and fitting. These were here. Fireworks provided early.
It's an NTT 6 for sure. 250 feet, let's get an NTT in there just to
pump down the ground. Was at it right from ball one.
Slightly too full. Well, all opening batters from Finn Allen.
There's a look at the 211s today. Remember, pumped and pumped a long, long way. And it's another NTT 6. And this.
Look how far this goes off a cricket bat. No, a couple of hostesses and a cabin crew on that.
Same again. Doesn't know what to do. Seifert and Allen catching in
tournaments around the globe. You give out hard hats to this here in cricket.
Flies off an outside edge, flies away from here.
Thrashing blade, but the far you think about him as a wicket keeper.
Three franchises in the Athletics and the Raiders, and now the San Francisco. Just like that, but it could have created a catching opportunity. Captain of the Freedom, Glenn Maxwell, is never going to drop that.
I reckon a little tweak on the fingers there from Edwards off. Not a quick delivery. Explosive innings. You think about that, 18 off 10. It's a strike rate of 108.
Talented young man comes to the crease. It's Jake Fraser McGurk. Has his name etched up as the first wicket taker at the
exponent of taking difficult catches out in the deep, but this one
Finn Allen goes monster. Look at this, what a grab up there to the end of the third. 37 for 1.
Cricket ball, no, in baseball you get one of these in the not so in cricket, folks. You've got to have it back. As we speak, to go down and chat to him.
Hands in, Danny. We've got to get Aman Patel down there.
Yeah, I think Aman's going to have to get down there and have a chat. This was a
helped into the leg side, helped away for 4 winners.
Yeah, and this one from Ravindra, fire in a little bit quicker. And he's just missed his length. Just a little too.
Pumped again. He's flying again. He loves MLC. Back for a 3rd season.
Mr. Staleka, it's an absolute belter.
Certainly enjoying the extra pace and carry that they're getting through.
When the ball has left this.
Finn Allen, that one doesn't even use the surface.
And remember, folks, this is the Lexus. Also got the deep backward square. 9 boundaries. Look at the ramp. It is one of the newest and. Here, this Washington Freedom bowling lineup rampant. This was him in season 2, Stellars in the power play. That straight to the fielder.
Young guy that's still trying to figure out his game. And they round the wicket and wanting to go down the ground, gets the end. Wicket has fallen. Fraser McGurk goes for 6. It's 6.
It was against this team, 79 not out. Ended up getting him out in the game, but
yeah, I like the fact that balls.
It was a long time. That will help release some pressure.
Plenty of spin, and at the moment we have not seen the ball play. 289 feet. Anything over 250, that is something to look at.
I'd love to know how these hits compare to some of the baseball hits. Yeah, it's a small boundary in the middle of the bat, Krishnamurti, but gets 6 nonetheless.
And against the spin, change of length because he got hit straight back foot, 240 feet.
10-6 Krishnamurti.
Gets himself in a wonderful position. Something that we've seen a lot of male.
Remember, Y3 when we 4 6s to end the 8th, 95 for 2.
Give him one more chance, he'll get there.
And the runs just keep coming. Listen to the noise with what has to be an NTT6.
So much was spoken about the surface Howard would play. They have done a fantastic job. Good.
They just keep coming, and it's going to be the first fit. He's got this extraordinary record in T20 cricket.
His first season, I struggled in MLC, but
this is extraordinary. This is from the last 8 deliveries. 4 to Krishnamurti.
Leg side. Bowler corrects, goes offside. That length, he almost has no business hitting that ball there. That is unicorns, and he did credit that a lot in his game and how much it changed his.
To the rope, but they'll think of the second and get there comfortably. And Ricky Ponting, a man who is
Things in a negative.
slashed away and slashed away. He's catching up on Allen's strike rate.
So you've got to get your angles right, and of course the shape of the ground 100% right. As a batter as well, you can exploit the shape of
This coast, you're going to love your cricket too.
Yeah, it's become such a massive part of.
Ludicrous. Gets us to the halfway stage of this first innings.
Side, which is towards the Oakland Hills. That's what he's hit. 90 meters.
Raman up there. This one here, straight as those home runs would have gone. That's 413.
That was an incredible innings. Absolutely brilliant.
No, that's just too easy. He said Allen was a man to watch. Career strike rate 180.
And Phillips to see if he can possibly bring a wicket and break this with time. And I'm afraid that's not going to be the delivery.
6 more, just keep chalking them up. Finn Allen has hit 11 maximums.
As well from Phillips, 60 miles per hour, 75 and 15. The full toss on the previous ball, and now this one, an easy length to.
Has he got enough of this? Yes, he has no answer. All he can do is watch and admire.
Of 6s we've had in this innings. So in other words, we've had 3 6s. Kind of made sense in my head. But then a lot makes sense in my head, doesn't make sense.
Going to come around the wicket now. Only 4-4. The runs continued. Short, wide, hammered away.
It's coming in excellent rate. We've still got a lot of overs to come. Freedom. They've gone to Ian Holland to see what he can do.
The 2 seasons of Major League Cricket. We're into season 3 today. And Krishnamurti is more than capable, but has he got... Ian Holland is so...
Lost his timing and rhythm in the last few deliveries. Now, Ian Holland is a very clever bowler. He's spent a lot of time on the counties. Oh, the fingers. Krishnamurti makes 36. It's 153 for 3.
And he's already got into senior international action after. That's exactly what he does.
Deliveries, he had scored 8 runs. So he just lost his timing and rhythm. So on strike as much as possible. Then eventually, towards the back end of the inning.
100 for Finn for the Kiwi, and the fastest in Major League Cricket.
And what I love the most It is a stake century.
Yahaan is the most in a T20 innings. He's already got 13
Moments in different tournaments. He's already scored in Major League Cricket. Finn Allen beating Nicholas. Finn Allen has been hitting the ball. His sixes, saver.
And if you
Now you can see that front leg kind of got long arms, long levers. Now he can still get.
probably pulling his hair out. 6 numb disbelief. We are in disbelief.
Boundary by some distance. It would be 6.
So important to keep going. Yeah, missed his length badly, and
the issue with the fact that there are no goes cross seam, but he puts it in the slot to hit through the line. Doesn't need to move at all his body.
went back to pace on, and a 94 for 3. What is this?
He has to go retrieve the ball and throw it back in. Phil Allen.
You're joining us. Sorry, you missed some riveting into a better length, and there is
Woods from New South Wales in Australia, plays for Sydney. Tries to hit the top of the stumps and does so perfectly. So bowling coach Conley, he departs for 5. It's 196.
runs last season for the Unicorns. 50 came against this.
Yeah, look at the length. Brought the length back.
There was maybe a change of pace. Has come up in 15 overs. Season, and now beginning of the 3rd season, continues to fire. He is hunting the record. A bit of cramp as well. Yeah, he's had a long day.
Again, up in the slot. Here again, 322 feet.
Don't even bring that. More runs, doesn't need to be. Goes full again, and Allen says 6 against 6s in 1 innings. He's 1 away from breaking it. 200.
It's a world record, 19, and it takes him to 150.
Very boring, says Shane Watson. Maximum. Oh yeah. Fast hand.
Right, mistake. Falls to a catch from Phillips, who's got very good.
Yeah, fans rising to their 32 for 5.
Mark on this season, but we have seen Finn Allen 134% in boundaries. He was looking for another one, but that just looked like May. Yeah, enjoyed that length. Allen has taken his bowling attack apart, and now he gets it.
Nice off the stick. I'm away off the blade. Uti. Well, he's so used to doing it himself. Glenn Maxwell.
It's a standout with 2 for 27, as much as 7. Sticking with that length.
Indeed. Just jag back in. It's just like me. He got the length that he doesn't mind, Hassan. Yeah, it's it.
Gone.
Matching, whether it's in the ring or on the. Got enough of it. And in the.
It's a lovely stroke. You understand what Netrafalk is trying to do. Keep it wide and full of the.
Line Yorkie, looking for that blue line there. Yeah, very full. Pitches.
Going straight. What a way by the Unicorns. They may have finished 2nd last year in the highest ever top. And it's finished off with a 6 that's gone just
Huge this. You think about how many 6s as well. It just goes to show you the destruction that was Finn Allen. Krishnamurti with his 36. Cameo Seifert at the top.
Maybe in the history of this great format. alongside Lisa Stalaker. Lisa, this is the third season of Made we're seeing today on the opening night at this most storied of sporting venues.
Elise Perry, Elisa Healy were some of the different uniforms, and whereas now this is first innings it was.
Mitchell Owen, you just saw him for the Unicorns. Corey Anderson will have the benefit. You think of how McCullum's innings transformed the sport. Bit of move, that movement right towards the rope, and it's going to get all the way. Liam Plunkett, the very first ball.
Leslie, this outfield is a little bit.
Fireworks right from the off. Cold silence because we're seeing the.
Yeah, Mitch Owen is a guy who has had the back of a big bash down the line of the third baseman, and I used to get in trouble.
Good use of the feet, down the ground, straight. It's a carnival, it's a festival. It's
Mitch Owen leaves his safe hat because he wants the length to be just right to be able to. So he shortened the gap to a.
Beautifully from the first innings to the second. It's not greeted with cheers.
The fact that the crowd are not celebrating, just under 300 feet. He's able to clear his front leg and strike the ball.
Really nicely played. 4 back-to-back boundaries.
This time as well. But one thing about this Washington.
4 more. Almost an. And the freedom hanging around.
Expect this to happen all the time, or this excitement. Beautifully timed.
Right in the slot and right out of the. It belongs to an audacious Owen. It's 38 for none. Now Ravindra tries to get into the act. Not action unlike we've ever seen really anywhere in this part of the.
Rachin's first boundary is a maximum. He's got a huge opportunity now at the top of the order.
But the 50's going to come up in grand. Chin up on Owen. Right out of the screws.
Off 20 deliveries. Judge the total of the first innings until the second team bats. And freedom. They're 50 without loss, and at the same time.
Make that the last 7. It's chase on.
A bowler's nightmare. Short boundaries, it doesn't matter. You could put the boundaries back. He's got
another monster.
Yeah, whilst we just haven't been able to execute. Literally, as they're not using the surface, or they're not executing. Well, then you better come and buy yourself a ticket, because it.
Forget matchup, forget numbers, forget.
On a new one. Can we have it back, please? This is extraordinary. Talk about strike it, folks. It has gone way back. Oh.
Yeah, fortuitous. Don't think you.
Yeah, a little bit of luck. But there is that you. Cricket, very different from baseball, because rather than in baseball where it's a full toss.
Just gets it past.
And with pace, with it, well, again, a bit like baseball, the comparison nuts, and it flicks out of the fingers, and that deception of 25 miles an hour, you can just drop it back.
Ralph under it and puts it down.
Gone a mile up in the air. The way it's mine, and the hands. Often we talk.
The Washington Freedom were at this stage, so with no.
Ravindra enjoying himself. He's striking at 262.
I think he just predicted the pace off. First wicket for Plunkett in this.
It's here at Oakland. It's from Liam Plunkett. Change of pace, slower, paid dividends. And a very good catch from young Jake. The end of Ravindra. Very pleasant.
In the big bash, so batting in the top 3 won't be unfamiliar. Has again.
Oh, there it is. Cardinal sin. Oh, it's a biggie. There's your first point of contact, that white front line. It isn't, or the Unicorns. So, transgressed. What a good catch, though, but it doesn't count.
Mammoth. Jack Edwards possesses, spoils what would have been a good over from Plunkett. This time for a strategic timeout.
I mean, it's the opening game of MLC for the season, and to start off with a bang, and especially
89 for 1, the Freedom. They're on their way. 181 need.
Don't like that. That length is set for another huge maximum. But I like this. And they just got it wrong there and dragged it down. But he gets that flight right, drags it on. Got to have that deception. Well, so a go, but no. Everyone loves a left arm orthodox. No, 20 when you're still trying to get a wriggle on. They're going well.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. It was actually Mitchell wasn't looking at him. And then by the time he realized, he turned. Owen is gone 39, 97 for 2.
Captain Marvel out in the middle.
Tap into the batting lineup. Didn't see him with ball in hand. Another reason he'll be
have to be mindful in terms of communication. 100 up, 7 done. 104. How clean this is again, and saw a lot of this thrust right through the ball.
Striking out close to 200 again.
And Nikhil, he's one of those freaks, India, and he got 200 on his own against Afghanistan.
Good change of pace, fingers.
Here we go.
You give it out on field. Check the feet, it's a fair delivery. Could go to front on, please. Okay, ball goes close to the back, roll it through, gap there on the left-hand side as he goes past the bat. So there's no bat in line. And we get his umpire's call.
Oh, Leslie! What happened? Given out on field, and we mentioned if it hadn't have been given out on field, then it's dangerous. Glenn Maxwell for not even double figures. He goes for.
Bad injury.
Back in, off the pitch, bit of grip, movement, and clip.
Straight through. This is.
Sure is 90 mile an hour. Just that little bit of angle early on in his innings. Phillips has got to take an early shower here. Blob and the Freedom are now 109 for 4.
13 runs, 3 wickets, and the San Francisco.
This lineup for Washington, that is for sure. Normally all of the 4th wicket. With his
That'll get him off the mark. Great work in the field. That's Kareem Agor. Straight and strikes.
Stadium. And it's been Washington Freedom feel they have to keep going all the time, but our host makes 2.
Rescue mission in minor league cricket. But this is a whole new challenge for him.
It's not in control of the shot. It's well in front of his body.
And yeah, of course.
97 for 1, and it's changed dramatically.
In last season, what he was able to do, that strike rate.
I'm just wondering how much that's changed the conditions.
Great start in this darkness, and you see over to the right of your screen how 7 to 15, 25 for 5. Edged and gone, Carmine LaRue.
From Bloemfontein, not working out for all that nice little careers for themselves in the US of A, but it's 7 down. Very interested to see how.
In Holland, new man in, very inventive in the way he played. Another for Carmine LaRue, and a victory looming.
Smart bowling, and it was smart. He's had a little bit of lift just outside the off stump.